you work hard to bring your dreams to life, we at Dangote felt you needed to get a little more out of your efforts. We are saying get Packable.
Mr. Luke.
Yes, sir.
Can we talk about the products here? I think there's been a lot of misconception as to which cement works for what, because as a layman, I'll probably just go to any retailer and just ask, look, I'm building a house, can I have cement? And I'll just pick up. I may be getting the wrong product. Maybe I think we need some clarity on what works where when it comes to the three products we're seeing behind us here.
Exactly. Okay. Recently, like you may be aware, we launched a new product called Blockmaster. This Blockmaster is specifically meant for blocks and concrete. We took into account our customers, those that are in 2 blocks. Okay, so we formulated this product for them specifically to do blocks. We've got the 2.5R, which is multi-purpose. It can be used for plastering and floors. Then we've got 3X, the popular 3X. Others call it the big boss. This too is a multi-purpose cement. It can be used for blocks as well. But the advantage Blockmaster has is that it sets fast, which is a catch on the block makers. They want fast setting cement. So, exactly.
Move the product quickly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You mold the blocks today, tomorrow you move them. That's Blockmaster.
Yeah.
The 3X can do the same, but takes a little bit longer to dry up. The 2.5R is a multi-purpose cement which can be used for anything like plastering and floors.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And if we talk about the Packable promotion, as a man in sales, what does that mean to you? What's the goal of this Packable promotion?
Yes, the goal first of all is to appreciate our consumers. We are just not interested in getting their money. We also want to give back to them.
Yeah.
In as much as we are getting their money, we also want to give back to the community in terms of giving them prizes. But also, we are not just asking people to come and get money for free. We are asking them to buy at least 10 bags. Buy 10 bags today, you are entered into a draw. We'll give you 1,000 kwacha bag. Like my colleague said, 80,000 kwacha every month, meaning 80 winners every month for the next 6-7 months.
It gets more interesting.
Tan 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 tan.
We are in the presence of greatness.
Another week, another amazing podcast.
Another week, another amazing podcast, another day, another dollar, another great guest. MuzuKanji, welcome to that Zed Podcast.
Thank you so much.
If she looks a little bit upset, it's because of us.
Us?
Yeah.
Us?
Okay, me.
What did you do?
I was a bit late. I overlooked one thing about today.
You will not blame your child on this.
I'm not blaming my child.
Watch this guy about to blame your child. Watch.
I'm not
Go
blaming
ahead.
my child in any way. All I'm saying is, look, there was some Father's Day event happening at my daughter's school.
See?
And I had to go and dance with my daughter.
That
See?
explains the suit.
No,
That
he's-
too, yeah.
He's coming from court. He only wears
Child
a
support.
suit when he's going to court or church.
Nah. Our guest today, though, one of Zambia's most famous social media personalities, and she's a marketer. She is into advertising, and she's got one of the biggest pages on Facebook. And when I say we're in the presence of greatness, we are in the presence of greatness today. Mwizukanji Nakamba, welcome to that Zed Podcast once again.
Thank you so much.
I feel like I live under a rock. Really.
What?
I did not know who she was.
Well, she's here now, you know her.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
find out a lot about you.
And we
I hope
are
you
gonna
don't-
find out a
I
lot.
hope you don't feel offended.
No.
So I'm going to represent
I
the
don't.
very tiny little demographic of people who have not heard of you. So if I ask questions that you feel people should know about you, don't be offended.
No. I understand that I'm not oxygen, so it's okay if someone doesn't know about me.
You're not everywhere.
Yeah, not everywhere.
Mwizukanji
She's not
Nakamba.
MTN.
She's
No,
not MTN, everywhere you
I'm
go.
not.
Mwizukanji Nakamba, welcome to the podcast once again. And can we start first by talking about how big you are on social media? How do you even get to that? Like,
If someone is going to say I'm big,
you are big.
I don't know your description of big. But I'm just this girl trying to survive, this girl living her life, this girl trying to make ends meet. And then I have people that are watching and seeing what I'm doing. I'm not that big person.
What about you makes you interesting, do you think, that draws people to watch you, to listen to you?
I'm a living testimony
Of?
a lot of things.
Like?
I was almost at a point of committing suicide. I survived. I was once awarded the most ugly person. I survived.
You
Wait,
were
what?
awarded the ugliest person?
Oh, yeah.
By whom,
By who?
and why?
Society, of course. I was called the ugliest names. I survived. So I have a number of people that have been watching my journey, and then they understand where I'm coming from, and they are seeing where I am. Of course, I'm not at a place where I wanted to be, but I'm in a better space compared to where I was yesterday. And I know that there are people that have been watching my journey, and then they just look at me. They say, okay, we know where she's coming from. We're seeing where she is.
Yeah.
And they're following me.
Wait.
There's nothing special about me.
Was there like some competition where they pit you against other people and say she's the ugliest on this list, or it's just people speaking from a place of hate, calling you ugly?
I wouldn't describe it as hate.
Yeah.
Because each one has their own school of thought. If I don't like the shirt that you're wearing,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that the shirt is bad. But if everyone thinks that the shirt is not good enough,
Then
that's
it's-
their opinion. And then I was that shirt that was not good enough. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm here because of that journey.
Speaking of shirts,
Uh-huh.
look at that.
Plug in an advert while you're at it, eh?
How do you like this shirt?
It's pretty.
Right?
I do printing as well, so
Oh,
I
do you?
can...
So you and I will talk. So
Yeah.
the t-shirts are out, and we don't have a pricing for them yet, do we?
Now, we're actually working on that today.
Yeah, we're working on that. So place your orders. There's black, there's white, different designs. We're working on hoodies as well.
Most definitely.
My
I can do
apologies
that
for this
I can
shameless
do that.
plug.
I can do that for you.
For free?
No, I love money.
We love money too.
MuzuKanji,
Oh, yeah?
you're a very popular person, and I think before 2020, close to nobody knew who MuzuKanji was. And I think for me, I'd rather start from there, get to know who MuzuKanji was before the year 2020. And I keep emphasizing 2020 because so much happened in your life in that year. But can we talk about where MuzuKanji comes from? Because I think that's the story that many Zambians who follow you on social media don't know. Ya Mwizukanji Nakamba. And I must emphasize the surname. I know you may not have known this about Namwangas, the tribe that she comes from. She could be Mwizukanji Nakamba, and her brother, same mother, same father, will be a Siame.
Why?
Surname. She'll
Oh, yeah?
explain. She's a
The-
Namwanga person.
All my brothers are actually Siame, yeah?
You see what I mean?
So, who is Mwizukanji before 2020? Mwizukanji is a girl who was born in the hood. Chawama, to be specific.
In the what?
Chawama.
Or in the hood? Mm-hmm. I thought you said in the woods. I'm like, God
No,
damn,
in
girl,
the
woods. Okay.
Chawama, of course.
Yeah.
Chawama Clinic, now Chawama Hospital. The same compound that makes presidents. So I'm sure I'm on a path of greatness.
ECL.
Oh, yeah, I'm just consistent with a lot of things.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to mention because I don't want to be bashed, but I love my alcohol percentage at some point, so I'm on the right path.
We know this, and
So,
I'll tell you why.
ah.
Sorry to keep cutting you off.
Okay.
So I met her at 9 in the parking lot when we came in.
Yeah.
So I walk over to her car to say hi. You know, the first thing she asks me after she says hi,
Uh-huh.
are they serving alcohol yet? I'm like, jeez, it's 9.
How much alcohol is in what you're taking right now?
It's actually a mocktail. There's no alcohol.
But I asked you earlier if there's any alcohol. You said yes.
It was off the
You're just
camera.
messing with me.
Oh, it was off the camera.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. This is a girl born in Chawama.
Yeah.
Of course, grew up in Kafue. They always say Kafue si yonda yonda ni mulendo, but I survived the hood anyway. Fast forward, I don't know how much detail I'm supposed to give, but I don't.
Everything.
No,
Including
no.
your shoe size, blood
Everything. Shoe size 6 in case you want to get me a pair.
type. I'd love
Nice
to.
boots, by the way.
Thanks. There were 130 from Salaula.
And you're gonna sell them for how much? Considering you're that
If
kind of
someone
a
wants
business
them, I
lady.
can sell them for 2,000.
That's over 10,000% profit.
I'm a cheapskate, yeah? But I love to make profit out of anything. So, fast
Yeah.
forward, this is a girl who grew up in Kafue, Later moved to Lusaka. I'm not ashamed to say I got married when I was quite young.
How old were you?
Yeah, how old?
I was 18. I was still a teen.
You were legal though, so nothing embarrassing about that.
Legal, yeah, but
Yeah.
too young to make certain decisions. But
So
I
why
did
did
it.
you?
But I did it anyway.
Why?
I was in love.
Do you feel like love is
It makes us do silly things.
right?
Yeah.
I was about to ask. Do you think it's enough for a person to want to get married just
Because
you're
they
in
think
love?
they're in love? Nah,
Yeah.
it's not.
And how long were you married for?
Till I think 4 or 5 years.
That's a stretch.
Yeah.
You
I think
got married
I
at
need to-
18 and you
I
lasted
need
4
to
years.
I need to calculate. Okay.
It could
I
have been
need
2
to-
years, but then it
I
was
need
so
to sit-
horrible.
I
It
need
could have
to
felt
sit-
like 4,
I
right?
need to sit down and calculate. But anyway, that's
How
a
old
story for another day.
And today's another day.
No,
How
no,
old
no,
was the
no,
guy?
no, no.
How old
Another
was the
day.
guy?
He was old enough. He was
20,
this-
21,
he was this
22.
cute, handsome guy, with a beard.
Oh, stop talking about me.
Were you married at any point in your life?
I don't know.
No, not the beard you have. Like
Yeah.
this one, they
Like
say
a
it's a one for malnutrition, but then there's that healthy beard.
Or like
I like this one already.
Like Martin. Is
Oh,
it
yeah,
Martin?
oh, yeah, that's the beard. So that's
No,
the
see,
beard.
that beard is dirty.
Did you hear the description she gave of Elson's beard?
No, see, that beard is dirty. I hear men with beard like that, like they've got more germs in their beard
no,
than
no, no,
dogs.
they're super clean.
And you see the funny thing about me laughing at Elson? We've got the same kind of beard. Anyway, he had a beard, yeah.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not jealous of those guys with beards though.
I see. You understand when you gate it.
So is that like your type of man right now? Somebody, that's like the first qualification he should have, like a beard?
My preferences change with time.
And seasons and days.
Yeah.
Anywho.
So yeah, fast forward.
So what's your preference right now?
Tall. No. But it just has to be tall.
Sally's tall.
With a pretty smile
Yes. Look at him smiling now.
and some funny type of teeth.
Funny type of teeth.
Yep.
Why you want the teeth to match yours?
No. Are my teeth funny?
Yeah.
Okay. That's your description of my teeth, but it's okay.
That disqualifies Sally, disqualifies Martin. Anywho.
Oh yeah, so
Anywho. Yeah.
yep. Fast forward, I left the marriage with 2 kids.
Oh, that's
Wow.
nice.
Beautiful
The
babies.
nicest for the kids,
a
not
boy
living
and a
the
girl.
marriage. Oh, that's nice. How old are they now?
The boy is turning 8, July 7th.
Okay.
The girl is 11.
You got an 11-year-old baby.
Yes.
You look 18.
Okay.
But that's a good thing. You
It's a
look you
good
look
thing
young.
too,
Yeah, you
yeah.
look good. You look good.
So I left the marriage with 2 beautiful babies. Later on, I went on and added an extra. Though the extra I added is way older than the 2. So I had 3. Fast forward, I added another one,
What?
the tiniest one.
Where are you picking up these kids?
So I have 4.
The way you say you added, kind of like toppings on a pizza.
Okay then.
Like I added bonus.
Salt, pepper.
I produced 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you adopted
And then
another.
I got 1, yes.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
Like adopted like from an orphanage or...
Or from another relationship.
No, not from another relationship, just a family that I got so attached to.
Right.
Then there's this pretty little girl, and then I took over.
That's very noble of you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
very
she's now
actually.
my eldest daughter.
How old is she?
She's 18 this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you keep all of your children. They're all
Yes.
with you.
They're all mine.
Would you let her get married?
Not now.
You got married at 18.
I went through a lot of things. I wouldn't want my daughter to go through the same.
And they made you who you are today.
I want a different path for my kids. I want to offer them the best.
Yeah.
Okay? I want to use my experience as an example and just give them the best that I can and see what they can make themselves out of what I give.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very noble.
So I'm a proud mother of 4.
You don't look
3
like
girls and 1 boy.
You don't
I'm
look
thinking of
like...
2 more
Jesus.
because I want 6.
Is there any significance with this number that you're targeting? The
I'm
6?
just a big fan of a big family.
Or you like noise in the house?
I like noise.
Yeah.
I want people running around.
So for me, who planned on just having 2 kids,
I want someone banging the fridge, the door, you know. That's how I love it.
MuzuKanji, I don't know how much of your past you want to share before we get into...
I only share what is already in the public. If I start sharing something else, and then we'll spend the whole day.
But why not?
We have family here.
Another day.
I mean, no one else is
day.
here. It's just the
Another day.
3 of us.
So I only share things depending on what lessons I'm supposed to give. Yeah. I've shared my suicide story on a lot of platforms.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to pass a message to someone who is going through something similar. I've shared my divorce story several times because I felt at that point it was going to help someone who's going through something similar. I have shared different stories. So if we're going to discuss, Mwizu this, Mwizu that, and then we're going to take the whole day. So basically that's just Mwizu.
All right, cool.
Before 2020.
So now let's get to 2020.
So
nobody knew who MuzuKanji was before 2020.
No. When you say nobody,
well, okay,
it's
the
going
public
to be a bit disrespecting because I have my family who knew me, my neighbors.
So
if you
it's
said
a figure of
nobody,
speech. It's a figure of speech. Like, nobody probably outside your circle and your family knew who MuzuKanji was.
Much better.
But now you're a social media sensation. And most of this happened in the year 2020. And you became like an instant Facebook celebrity in the year 2020. You get what I mean? I'm trying to imagine, what was your life like just a few years before the breakup, the public breakup with Yo Maps? What was life like before that?
It was okay. I was focused on work. I was pregnant, so I had cravings a lot of times. So that's how my life was before 2020.
And wait, the marriage though. When did this happen? Like, I'm trying to put Yo Maps in the equation now. In between the marriage and Yo Maps, how much time difference is there between that marriage and Yo Maps?
I left the marriage end 2013.
Yeah.
2013, 2014 concluded. I lived my life. I tried to raise my kids. I tried to make something out of myself. And then I decided to give it a shot again.
Give what a shot? Marriage?
Love.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it didn't work, and here we are.
Why did your marriage end? What happened?
That's something I have been in the public because somebody out there brought my personal issues to the public. And I think over the years you have not heard me talk about anything concerning how my marriage ended. It should give you an explanation that I respect that man. I respect the fact that I shared the most beautiful days with him. And things didn't work out and we're cool. When I visit my son in school, I video call him, I talk to him. And a few days ago, I was visiting my son in school and I was shouting at him. I shout a lot anyway. I was shouting at him and then, I was placing him on the call. I've got that relationship with him. So we talk because we've got kids together. So I really can't come out here and start discussing why my marriage didn't work.
Yeah.
When we know 1 + 1 is equals to 2, the 2 is that we divorced. And then you know that 1 + 1 means that the 2 couldn't agree on certain things and the marriage didn't work.
So
if you keep saying math, you're going to confuse this college dropout. He knows nothing about math.
Oh, okay.
Do you need an abacus?
Let's talk about marriage.
No, the 1 + 1 that she was saying.
Moving on. Like, I wasn't rudely interrupted by Elson for the nth time. I'm trying to, imagine what happens now. Like, the marriage is done. How does Yo Maps come into the picture? Because that's the relationship now that brings you into the public domain.
Okay, it's just, I wouldn't call it a heartbreak.
Yeah.
But I'll just say it's just something that happened in the public. Because trust me, even before that, I had people I loved. And those relationships ended. I cried, I was broken, but then fast forward, moved on, but it was not in the public. So the only thing that makes everything different is the fact that it was in the public. And everyone had the right to give their own school of thought. Everyone was, explaining what they felt was right for them and how things were supposed to be done. So that's the reason why that heartbreak maybe made a lot of noise. But if someone is going to say, was it your greatest heartbreak? I'll say no.
But it was your most public.
It's just public.
Yeah.
Public is not a special word.
Yeah.
How did you guys meet?
That's a very, very long story. Very, very long.
I mean, did you bump into each other at the mall, at the pub, at church?
It's a very long story. And
It's okay, we've got time.
I think I have learnt my lesson in the past few years.
Yeah.
If I'm going to sit and talk about how I met a specific person, I'm going to have a battalion of people coming at me and, So I wouldn't want to really explain how or where, but
Did you take him from another woman?
No.
So why are you going around the
I
question?
didn't.
How did you meet?
I didn't.
Did you meet on the internet? Were you
Met
introduced?
we met like two people are supposed to meet.
And how are people meant to meet?
Boom. And then you meet someone.
That's scary. Sounds like witchcraft. Boom.
I was about to say the same, like a magic trick. Yeah.
So,
Like
Yeah.
Houdini.
people meet in different ways.
Uh-huh.
We met. It didn't work. Here we are.
So what do you...
Maybe you ask me who
I'm starting to
is
see
the
why it didn't
greatest
work.
love of your life, and then I'll tell you how I met that greatest love of my life and how the relationship didn't work.
Yeah.
I'll proudly do that.
How long did you date?
It has been so long since I stopped giving. Can I use no, I can't use that word here.
We'll censor it. Feel free.
Okay, it's been quite some time since I stopped giving a fuck
About?
everything that happened, that I don't even keep track of what
Who left
happened.
the relationship?
I know where your question is going. Maybe you want to ask, is it true that you fell pregnant at 3 weeks?
No, but now that you bring it up, is it?
No, it's not.
Okay, wait. Who left the relationship?
He left.
What did you do?
Are you bitter about it?
No,
You sound it.
no.
You sure?
You don't know me much to know that I'm bitter or not.
Just based off your responses.
Straightforward responses. No, I'm not.
No, none of the responses you've given were straightforward. They're like
Okay.
going round and round. How did you meet?
Yeah, I have to agree.
You've noticed that, right? How
Okay,
did
then that should give you an impression that I don't find pleasure in talking about that part of my past.
But it was so public, and you knew that coming
If it was
here,
so
it was going to
if
be.
it was so public, then I am under the impression that the public has all the details.
I don't.
Take time to research.
I am right now by asking
Please
you.
do.
By asking you.
No, it's in the public domain. You can simply Google.
All right, cool. Now, you were talking about he left. So why did he explain to you like why he left?
The relationship didn't work.
Like what the mechanic?
You
what,
have
what-
to be in a place where you're happy.
So he just wasn't happy.
Obviously.
What weren't you doing?
Were you giving answers like you're giving now to him? Because if you were, I can see why he left.
Sure.
Yeah.
You are a man. It's okay to see.
Anywho, yeah, you were explaining? You're explaining why you feel maybe he left. Like what weren't you doing right?
Okay, people are going to be in a relationship where they feel they're comfortable.
Yeah.
People are going to be in a relationship where they feel they're at home. People are going to be in a relationship where they feel that they're appreciated. And trust me, you can be people, I can be people at any time.
Yeah.
So if you're in a relationship and you don't feel the way you're supposed to, it's okay to live. You are not tied to one particular person. If you don't feel comfortable with this person,
phone number. We need to figure out why he left.
okay?
Yeah,
If you're
we'll
not
bring him on
comfortable
his
with
own.
this person, it's
Yeah.
okay to live. And after that happens, we respect decisions that people make. Okay? And that's exactly what I did. Why did I do that? It was not the first relationship that,
Didn't work out.
that didn't work out.
Yeah.
And that's okay. You have to be in a place where you're appreciated. You have to be in a place where you feel loved. And trust me, I'm not the person that can give someone everything. Okay? The way that I can love you is not the same way that I can love him. Okay? I'm just giving you an example. I can't
Yeah.
love you.
We like that, girl.
I just like your shirt. So,
Oh, you like my shirt?
yeah, because I think I can
look-
print it better.
I look
It
I
was
look
done.
better. I look better
Nelson,
outside
can you let
my
her
shirt.
explain?
Wait, I want to tell her how I look better without my shirt on.
As you were,
I'm
MuzuKanji.
imagining there's a 1-pack there, not a 6-pack.
Of course, man. 6 packs are for those that are unemployed, boo-boo.
Anyway, MuzuKanji, yeah, you were saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we cannot sit and start talking about why someone left or why someone, why this relationship didn't work out.
Yeah.
Even me today, if I'm seeing someone and I'm seeing certain things that I feel I cannot hold on to them for a long time, it's okay for me to leave. And that's what happened.
And then of all your breakups, this was the first public one. Did you feel any, shame or embarrassment because that breakup was so public?
Embarrassment, no.
Yeah? Shame?
But it was just the cyberbullying that came with it.
It was the what?
The cyberbullying that came with it.
Wow. Tell us about that, though.
It was a point where, you know how Zambian social media is. People want to create stories. People want, they would write up anything for numbers. And that's what exactly was happening with me. Yeah, there were issues. She gets pregnant for every man that she meets. Because people also think that I've got 4 baby daddies, 4 kids with 4 different baby daddies. That's in the public. It's okay. Okay.
Do you?
I've got 4 kids.
2 from the marriage?
Yes.
One from after the marriage, and then the adopted one.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's okay with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
used
it's
to-
good
We're not-
because
we're not-
you're setting your own narrative. You know what I mean?
And we're not going to judge you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then, people wrote different stories about me, and people were reading, people were giving their own opinions, people were commenting. And for me, that's the only thing that I would say it was tough, because just seeing how people were coming out, others would say, okay, this girl is ugly. This girl, they would sometimes would get my old pictures, sometimes they'll get my certain pictures.
Were you that type that grows up ugly and then you blossom into a pretty flower later on in life?
I was never ugly. I always
Are you calling
looked.
our guest ugly?
No.
No.
She knows what I mean.
I know what he's
like, there
saying.
are people who you look at their photos on Facebook, like from 10, 15 years ago.
Like who?
Okay, I'll give myself an example.
Well, you still are ugly.
Well, I'm way better than I was back in the day.
Oh, really? You look worse than
come on,
you
let's-
did now. I bet you scared the kids now, didn't you?
I know, right?
Fucking Quasimodo.
Anyway, yeah.
Wait, so here's what I want to find out.
Okay.
Social media can be really toxic, especially with the cyberbullying that you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of damage that it does to somebody's not only self-esteem, the way they look at themselves, but mental health as a whole.
Oh yeah.
That coupled with the fact that you're a mom and you've got an 18-year-old child who also has got access to social media, how did you navigate that? Like just staying healthy mentally and also parenting your kids, because now you're not just looking out for yourself, but these kids are taking it hard that these people are being mean to my mom. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
How do you navigate that?
Okay, firstly, I would say it wasn't easy. Why am I saying it wasn't easy? Because sometimes my eldest daughter would get affected if she reads something about me, and then she would say, "Can you imagine what they're writing? Can you imagine what these people are saying?" But then, with time, she understood that people will wake up, make their own posts. People will wake up, write their own stories, even without confirming. So I think now she's cool. Now they're cool.
Right.
Yeah.
And yourself, how did you manage to either block it out or manage it at the very least?
I think I just grew to understand that people are always going to criticize. Mm-hmm. People are always going to give their school of thought on different things. And you will not expect everyone to love you. You're not oxygen, okay?
You're not money.
You're not money.
Look, they killed Jesus and he didn't do anything to anybody.
Exactly. So I don't wake up every morning and say, okay, I want him to love me. I want her to love me. I want this person to feel good about me. I wake up and I want to feel good about myself. That's a face thing. So if someone is going to come to me and say, okay, Mwizu has got a big forehead, she's got a big head. Everyone in my family has got big heads. If you see my siblings, mine
Rihanna's
is even
got
small.
a big forehead. And look at
It's
her.
okay.
Yeah.
She's,
No, I'm saying, look at
she's
her.
in a
She's
different-
beautiful, right? And a billionaire too.
Tara Banks.
So
Tara Banks, yeah.
I don't really feel bad if someone is going. And with time, I think I have equally changed. Because now, you can call me anything. I'll not be bothered.
But that's come with
You
time.
can call me a
right?
prostitute. You can call me somebody who has kids every year. It's okay.
Or
You
after
can
3
call me,
weeks
so
of being in a
it's-
relationship.
It's okay because only
Yeah.
me understand me, and only me know where I'm coming from. Only me know that this person I am today is not the person I used to be yesterday. Yeah, so I know my growth. I know where I'm coming from. I know where I'm going. So the negativity, the criticism really doesn't gate to me now. But if someone is going to come out and say rubbish about my kids, I go head on. If someone is going to come and, there are certain things that I will not entertain. And I've taken quite a number of people to court and I've been paid for defamation. Wow. Yep. Story for another day. So there are just certain things that I will not entertain because I know that I'm raising girls. And you know that the internet doesn't forget. If someone is going to come out and say, okay, Mwizu was doing ABCD, and my girls are there, they're watching and they see I don't do anything, maybe it confirms that it's true or not. So then there are certain situations that I'll become petty and just play around it.
I think the worst people when it comes to, like you've said, people bullying you over the internet, cyber bullies and all. I think the worst are those who make assumptions and turn them into facts. And they'll post things about things that they think you're going through, or make conclusions about maybe what was happening between you and your maps. What was the worst you ever saw people posting about what was happening in your life personally? Did you see any rumors that people, cooked up that were so far from the truth?
A lot of them.
Yeah, what was the worst that got to you?
A lot of them. But one that really got to me was this morning I wake up and I see a headline on one of the pages on Facebook that said Mwizukanji hid her kids.
She did what?
I was hiding my kids.
Oh, crap. I remember that one, that you hid your kids from your man.
Yes. So I
Yeah.
was like, okay. Who does that? So I think that's the worst. But everything else, nah.
Your kids.
I don't know.
Wait.
Okay?
Wait a minute.
I don't know.
You dated a
don't
guy
know?
for how long again?
I know where you're going.
And you mean
But
to tell me
do you know-
you know
Do you know the
If you
reason?
knew that you,
Do
Yeah.
you know the reason why I'm going to say I don't know?
Yeah.
Because he is the person that started everything. He did an interview and said that. So I don't want to go back to a point in my life where I'll start saying, no, she said. So I'll simply close the issue by saying, I don't know.
How long did you see? You didn't give us the answer to this again when I said how long did you date, because it still gives
And I will not-
context to.
If I would really appreciate if maybe we moved to another topic and talk about
Oh,
something
just give
else.
us a number, please.
No,
2
no,
years.
Let's just move to another.
All right, cool. Moving on.
I know
Yeah.
why I'm avoiding
Or this.
Yes.
It might affect other people.
There are a lot of people that are going to be affected, and it will be like everything is starting from scratch.
Are you
Like you
dating
hope-
right now?
Huh?
Are you dating right now?
Oh yeah, I'm human.
She's been wearing a ring on the.
I'm human and I'm not.
Too bad.
So you're engaged. I see you've got a ring on your finger. Do you think that would affect your relationship right now?
There's a man that entertains me and loves me.
Oh, he entertains you.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
I'm trashy.
I'm trashy.
I'm sarcastic.
Yeah.
But
And
there's
very few
someone
Zambian
who-
men can-
There's someone who loves me, so yeah.
Just the way you are.
Yep.
Because very few Zambian men are going to handle such a lady. Like sarcastic, trashy.
But the guy is Zambian.
No, I'm just saying very few. That's why I'm saying you're lucky. Very few. Anyway.
No, I'm not lucky.
Anyway, moving on, like you want us to move on now. Just, concluding on what we've been talking about the past 10 minutes. So much happened to you in that period, cyberbullying and all. But
Oh, yeah?
you sort of turned lemons into lemonade. You turned tragedy into triumph. How did you get into that mindset of turning all your pain into, joy?
Life is about grabbing opportunities. Okay?
Yeah.
I had the numbers, and for me it was just an opportunity to take advantage of that and make monies out of it.
You seem to be making quite a lot of bank.
No,
I'm
no,
proud
no,
of
no,
you.
no, no. I'm not. Trust me, when I came here, when you guys were delaying, I just had a meeting and closed the deal.
Oh yeah, we
We,
noticed.
we noticed,
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
were
sitting
smiling
right
so
there.
much. The money was good, yeah?
Not you guys were late. one person was late.
Yes, when one
And I've
person
apologized.
was late. So for me, it can be business anywhere, and
you see-
everything is happening because I have the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just about taking advantage of whatever it is that life hands to you.
He thinks he's special because he went to Australia, so he shows up whatever time that he wants to show up.
Oh, shame.
Imagine that.
Just one more question about this issue before we move to the next issue.
Okay.
You mentioned defamation and made money. How much money did you make? I'm thinking of suing someone as well.
It depends on your demands.
How much did you get though?
It depends on your demands.
Mwizu, come on, just a
Enough.
number. The case is done and dusted. So
Enough.
above
I got-
500,000.
So these people, after I gave them a figure, then they said, no, right now we're going through financial challenges. So I was like, okay, cool. Let's reduce it.
Who you
To 500,000?
No,
More,
less,
but above 250.
less.
No further questions, Your Honor.
who you trying to sue?
Now I was just trying to fish. I was
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Can we talk about your mental health though? After all this, the end of any relationship can leave one feeling, humiliated and all that. Rejected, embarrassed, exposed. Feelings of sadness, can vary in form. Can we talk about your mental state after the breakup? And of course, you realize now that you can make money off it. But what was your mental state health like in that period?
So before I even realized that I can use the numbers for money and
Yeah.
everything, there was so much bullying going on, and I just felt like I couldn't do it. So I decided, I planned the perfect suicide for myself. That should explain to you guys that
Yeah.
it was actually a very rough time for me. It was very, very rough. So I took a drive. I put a food tank, and I just had plans. I wanted to just drive off a cliff. These
No.
SeaWorld movies, like, oh, and then you drive, and then you drop, and then that's
Yeah.
the end of you. Maybe because I was watching too much SeaWorld, but yeah.
Yeah, I think you
I was
shouldn't.
I was so devastated, and I wasn't that broken because a relationship didn't work, but I was that broken because of everything that people were saying, and then I felt no, I couldn't do this. I can't stand this. I just wanted to end it all. Everyone knows how that story ended.
No,
Yeah.
I don't.
I didn't do the Z world because I'm not a ghost. I'm flesh.
Yeah, no,
You're
I
still
didn't
here.
die.
no,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I get that. So, but what made you change your mind?
I had quite
car
a
break down?
number. No. It was in perfect condition. I take care of my cars. I service them. I buy tires when I have to. I check my oils before I start. I check
so what
my
happened?
water.
Where did you change your mind? I'm happy.
And I
you
still
did.
had a full tank anyway.
Right.
But then the stretch between Lusaka and Luangwa, network is a little bit of a challenge.
Right.
So then the time I reached Luangwa, I realized that there were a lot of people that were reaching out to me. I had family, I had friends, I had people
wow.
that spoke to me. That's
Like
the
they
reason
called
why.
your phone.
Yes, that's the reason why I strongly feel if someone is going through a certain situation, it's very important for you to find someone that you can talk to. Because that really helped me.
Do you remember the first person who called you?
My dad was calling. Everyone was calling. My daughter was calling.
Was it because of what they were reading, or were they calling for a different reason?
I was so naive. I don't know if I was naive or something. But then I put up a status, and then I put a voice note in the family group.
Do you remember what the voice note said, or what the
I was
statement
like,
said?
oh, I'm tired of this. I just want to die.
Oh, wow.
And I was so broken, but I was using English. So if those people knew, maybe they were like, okay, maybe she's not serious. But yeah.
Why? Because you're using English.
If it hits you deep, it's wait, not my name.
Yeah.
That's the way
It
it's
sounded
supposed to
shallow
go.
because it was in English.
Yes, but then, so at first I think they didn't even take it serious.
Yeah.
Until they called, they started checking up on me, and then they found I left home. And then when I was leaving home, I left my cards. I left my, I left instructions with the nanny, the one who was taking care of the baby.
And they were told
I
all
gave-
this.
I even gave them some money to buy her stuff. So, like a lot of strange things that happened, and people just added them together and then said, no.
She's saying bye.
She's saying, yeah. So people started calling. When I reached at some point, I listened to the voice note. There were a lot of messages. There were people from the diaspora calling me. What? People from home, different people.
I'm more curious.
So then I realized that, okay, in as much as there are going to be people that are all negative, there are going to be people that really don't care about what's happening with you.
Yeah.
There are people that do
There
care.
are people that do care. So I thought, okay, I think it's worth living for. There are people
For those that do care.
yeah.
Did you ever consider therapy?
Zambia,
Yes, Zambia.
therapy.
Yes.
Okay. We're not in SA or some English country.
I'm so happy
We
you're
don't
saying
preach.
this right now.
We don't preach therapy in Zambia.
Why
Yeah.
not?
I don't know. I'm not the president or something.
The president doesn't have to
There
push
have to be.
for therapy.
I'm not the president of depression, not of the country.
There's no president of depression.
So a point I'm trying to bring up is we have not done so much to help people that are going through such.
That's what we're doing right now, you and I talking about it.
I hope.
So you never consider therapy.
No.
So, Kalinga brought it up.
Therapy should be something that someone is going to suggest to you.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, you can't be so broken and crying and think therapy.
I hear you.
You can't.
No, I hear you.
If you have hit rock bottom, trust me, you can't.
Therapy is the last thing, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm bringing up therapy in the point of your life where you made the realization that it is not worth it for me to kill myself.
Oh, yeah?
And you probably turned your car around. You are still in this place where you're broken. You've got your kids, you've got your father, you've got your parents to live for, but you're still broken, right? So in order for you to, at the very least, function properly, you need therapy. I've said this countless times. I've had far less traumatic experiences as you've had,
Okay.
but I go to therapy weekly. I feel something as small and, in quotes, insignificant as maybe just being fired from a job could have consequences you might not know.
Oh, yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
I've been fired before, so I know.
There you go. So
Yeah.
I feel every single person, doesn't matter what they're going through in life, whether they know they need therapy or they don't, I feel it is very imperative for you to go speak to somebody about it. You actually might be diagnosed with a lot that you did not realize that you've had. So what you're saying is absolutely true. When people speak about mental health and therapy, immediately you think Chainama, you think I'm crazy, I am cuckoo, where it's far from that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I say this to Oscar Chavula after the death of Zach, where he would just wake up this very strong person, right? He would wake up in the middle of the night and just start crying. And then he would tell himself, look, I'm a man the fuck up. Whereas men still go through stuff like that. So I told him, dude, you need to go to therapy, and so do the rest of your stuff. So it's the same thing that I'll say to you. You've gone through quite a lot, from the divorce to everything else that you have. Consider it. Go to 1 or 2 sessions. If you feel it's not for you, then it's not. But I highly recommend it.
Okay. Thanks for the recommendation, but I think I have people I talk to now, though not at a professional level, but I have people I talk to. Yep. So
I'm really curious because I understand the relationship between a father and a daughter. What did your father say to you in those moments that made you change your mind?
he was one of the greatest support system.
Yeah.
It will be a year next month since he died.
Oh, sad.
Yep.
Condolences.
So, yeah,
What did he say to you?
a lot of beautiful things. A lot of beautiful things. Yeah.
All right. We'll not dwell.
He supported a lot of
Yeah.
things I did. And he gave me the best advice. Sometimes I just check my messenger. And
Yeah.
sometimes you send me messages. If he sees there's something going on, he'll write me something. And when I read, I'll laugh about it. Even now I still read the conversations.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he was a great man. It was the greatest loss for me,
Yeah.
but I still celebrate him.
What's the single most thing that reminds you of him? Like, the biggest thing that reminds you of him? Something that you're at the mall, you see, and you're like, Dad.
My wine.
Your wine.
Yes.
This woman.
Yeah, my wine.
Yeah.
Sometimes he would call me and said, he would call me. He was very loud.
Yeah.
Like, when he calls, and then he said, ninkukwatire chi wine. You know, he would speak such some deep Bemba.
Yeah.
So even if I'm busy, I would still go home, and then sometimes if it's not wine, then it's flying fish.
Would you like to take a short break?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
You all right there?
Huh?
You look teary.
I'm good.
You sure?
I look teary. I think she's making me all emotional now. Like, she's reminding me of my dad as well. You know what I mean? My dad passed away, like, what, 8 years ago now?
Serious?
Yeah.
How have you managed?
And for me, like, in my case, it's one of those where my dad had, like, I think 6 strokes before he left. Yeah, and the last
No, those
day...
kind of strokes.
Yeah. The last day I saw my dad, I actually borrowed my mom's car like a day before because it's bigger. I needed to transport some sound system and stuff. So I go to Solwezi on a Sunday. Sunday night I come back, I head to my flat. Monday morning, I'm supposed to be on radio at 6. So like around 5:30, I drive to my parents' house. I leave the car and mom was in the corridor. My dad is in the bedroom, like on his bed. Like, you know, half of his body wasn't working at this point because the stroke was that bad. So I even waved to him saying, Dad, I'll see you later. And he looks at me, smiles, waves, even gives me a thumbs up. And I leave the house, head to work, and I'm on radio doing the breakfast show, making all this noise. The breakfast show starts at 6. At 7, my mom calls crying, like, your dad has just left us. I left that guy, okay? And I was just about to start reading the news. This is like 4th August, 2014. I'm about to just start reading the news, and my mom calls me, which is why a lot of times they tell us to turn our phones off when we're going on radio, because you can get such news and it would just disturb the whole flow of the program. You know what I mean? So for me, that's what I went through, and the conversations I had with my dad, like in the last few days, I can relate exactly to what you're talking about.
You want a hug?
That would be nice.
Come here. You good?
I'm good.
Want a hug? I give really good hugs.
Another punch. Yeah.
MuzuKanji, we must ask this question.
Death is one of those things that really makes our mortality so apparent.
Yeah, so final.
It is.
I was actually driving from Kariakoo.
Yeah.
I was coming from...
That's in Tanzania.
Yeah.
Dar es Salaam, yeah.
I was coming from Tanzania. And then I called, I was showing him places. I was video calling. I was showing... The time I was driving through the park, we're having that conversation. I was reaching... Then he told me, I will sleep when you reach Nakonde.
Yeah.
So I was reaching Nakonde around 2. Around 02. He called, we spoke. And then he told me, there are a number of relatives in Nakonde that would love to see you. So maybe tomorrow you can check up on them. He sent me the contacts. I even met a few of them. I started driving. So the stretch between Nakonde and Isoka, because I come from Isoka, our village is in Isoka. So I wanted to pass through home, and then I started calling, and he was not picking. So then I called again. And then I was like, and then, like, most of the times when I call him, if he doesn't pick my call, I'll ask him, what from your family? Then he said, no, I was busy. Then I kept on calling, I was not picking. It was strange. And then I was just thought, no, he's sick. What? When I reached in the night, because I spent a night there. The following morning, the cars were cleared. I started coming.
Yeah.
I was reaching around 21, 22 from Nakonde. Early in the morning, I went to check up on him.
Yeah.
Went to the hospital. Fast forward, July 15th, he passed.
May he rest in peace. 1 year
He's
next
resting.
month.
Yeah.
MuzuKanji, before we all start, crying and hugging each other, I think let's change the topic quickly. Who do you think is killing it right now as a Facebook influencer besides yourself?
In terms of what? Gossip?
Who do you just feel is doing a good
Impact.
job of being a social media
Social
influencer?
impact.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Dr. Lulu.
Dr. Lulu.
Yeah.
I need to get my social media game. You also don't know Dr. Lulu? Martin? No?
No.
Not Lulu Hangala, no. Dr. Lulu.
Yeah, you can check out.
All right, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Can you rank these female artists in order? Like, not the worst, just from bottom to top. You can put them in any order. Clear Eyes Queen, Bombshell, 7. Who's your number 1, 2, 3?
Why haven't you added Mampi?
Because these are rappers.
Oh, rappers.
Yeah.
I love Zaven. She's a vibe.
The Coppola Queen.
Yeah. I'm a very big fan. I can even do a bit of some lines.
You can even do a few. Please, feel free.
No.
Yeah.
But I'm a big fan of Zaven. Cleo, then Bombshell.
So in that order, 7, Cleo, Bombshell. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing you've had to do to make money before you hit it big? The worst thing you've ever done to make money?
I don't really have anything I would describe worse. Because if something is giving me money, then it's something that I worship.
That you worship?
Yeah.
Like what?
I do street sales sometimes.
Yeah.
I sell stuff in the streets. That's something that I enjoy. It gives me money. Others will look at me and say, oh, okay, no, you know. But I enjoy it. It's
Just
not the
because
worst.
something is giving you money doesn't mean you should be doing it.
For me, if it is giving me money and it's legal, I'll do it. If you want me to clean your shoe, I'll clean your shoe. If you're paying me.
So how much would you charge for that?
For cleaning his shoe?
Yeah, like his sneakers.
Maybe
right?
100.
100 kwacha?
Yeah.
look at us, I'm pushing the mic away. We are doing this right now. You know he's got cash in his pocket right now. That's one. That's for one
Get it,
sneaker,
please?
Elson.
It's on the seat, right? Nah, I'm messing with you.
Kanji, you're now moving in, high circles. You're a celebrity, social media influencer and all that.
Oh, yeah.
What has been the most awkward celebrity encounter you've had so far?
The awkward what?
Most awkward. Oh, and ish, look at this now.
You're giving
She's
me the
paying
100
you
to do what?
to not
To
clean.
pay me.
To clean my shoe.
Yes. What was your question again?
Can we finish this transaction first? What's happening here? You're paying him to pay you
Pay
to
me.
clean his shoes.
Yes.
Elson, get the 100. Pay the lady, please. It would be disrespectful if you didn't.
No, it would be disrespectful if she cleans my shoe.
So what are we doing this 100 kwacha now?
It's going back where it came
It's going
from.
back? All right, cool. I was saying
Yeah.
you're now moving in high-profile circles. What
Okay.
has been the most awkward celebrity encounter so far?
The worst encounter
Awkward.
with a celebrity?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That would take some time for me to think about.
All right, cool. Moving
Because
on.
I'm not really in these places where celebrities
Yeah.
are. I think you've noticed.
Where do you chill from?
I don't attend. Most of the times I chill from home.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
What would you do if you accidentally sent a sex message meant to your ex, your maps?
To start with, I don't even have his number.
Ah, serious?
Yeah.
And then we were praising you about, congratulating
So
them.
it was on Facebook.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's no possibility of such a thing happening.
Yeah.
I don't have his number. So I can't even accidentally do that.
Are you friends with any of your exes?
Yeah.
Okay.
We are.
Just not this particular one.
No.
MuzuKanji, to close off the interview, what message do you have to your loyal fans and fans of that Zed podcast? You can look into this camera and just give a shout out to them and say whatever you want to them.
Okay. I love you guys. I really appreciate. Oh, shut up. I really appreciate how much you support me, how much you stand with me. And I just want to say thank you so much. I am where I am because of your support. Without you, I'm nobody. So I just want to appreciate. Thank you so much.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
We're at Capello.
Yes, we are.
I
Preach, bro. Preach.
Yeah, I spoke to my very good friend. I say friend, and this guy's old enough to be my father, Rocky. And he gave us this amazing location to shoot from, Capello. Yeah, where we shoot this amazing podcast, the Vaseline of podcasts,
Yeah.
the Range Rover of podcasts.
Sally, can I have the camera on me now? Thank you. Busy having conversations behind the camera.
Hey.
Focus.
Is that what we pay you for?
Anywho, and remember the t-shirt you've seen Elson wearing today. These are going up for sale, and we're gonna put them on 250. I think we're good on 250. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Only.
you do well to comment with your sizes and all that, so we can have a clear picture of
How many? Yeah. Who's fat?
of which size we should focus on more. Yeah, Elson, just stand up, please.
All right.
Let people see these t-shirts. MuzuKanji, she says she's not buying one because she's gonna print one.
Yeah.
Are you gonna print some for us as well?
Sure.
For free,
Come
just to
give
show
me
us what you can
business.
do.
Oh, okay.
I look like a model, don't I?
In another universe, yeah.
This gives the angle.
Yeah.
You like how I look? Yeah. Would you be
Taking this guy to the gym.
to your girl in a shirt like this?
Would we be intimidated if you walked up to a girl? I think
To his girl.
to his girl. I think. Oh, yo. The guy is married, man. Anyway, that's Zed Podcast. To the next episode. Remember, you can like our page. That's Zed Podcast. Instagram, follow us. Patreon is still active, and we'll be having an Airtel line that you can send, contributions to.
Yeah.
We're trying to set up a studio, and you can be a part of it as well by making contributions to that Zed
Can you
Podcast.
speak slow?
And
like your
you
tongue does
support
push-ups.
us by getting these t-shirts, like the one Elson is wearing.
Goodies are coming.
Yeah.
So again,
And the t-shirts don't come with boobs. Those are Elson's inside.
yes.
Yeah.
I need a bra actually.
You do.
I feel like I'm gonna be the first guy to die of breast cancer.
You and Rick Ross. Till the next episode, it's that Zed Podcast.
Tan 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 tan. 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 Tan 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 tan.
Because you work hard to bring your dreams to life, we at Dangote felt you needed to get a little more out of your efforts. We are saying get Packable.